gardener, and it's not raining. I've had an amazing week in the garden. I've prepared all these different areas. It looks like a completely different place. It's amazing what a bit of a haircut with a lawnmower and a bit of weeding can do to make the place just seem so much more alive. But what I have to do is a very overdue project, and that's planting my peas. They have been in these pots for too long and really need to be liberated. So the garden bed behind me is prepared and these can go in. What else I want to put in that bed on the other side is some pea seeds. So these are short growing ones. These are a variety called Yates Novella, and these are some climbing ones. I forget which one, but they're really nice. And so I'm going to plant them in the garden and I'm going to take you with me. So stay tuned and see my peas flourish. Right. And label. Okay, so now I'm going to water them with a seaweed tonic. It's to promote root growth and it helps with transplant shock and a whole lot of other really cool stuff. So I'm going to chuck some of this into the watering can. Right, and while we're on the subject of watering, I'm just going to line up the irrigation spikes and make sure it works. Right. the peas are in and they look great, and they've been watered with wonderful seaweed tonic to give them a great head start, promote root growth and help avoid transplant shock. And let's face it, these guys need all the help they can get because they were neglected for quite some time. And the irrigation works, which is fabulous because it's been a long time since. We probably won't need it immediately, but I'm hoping on needing it soon. But the biggest pest my peas face, gosh, say that twice, isn't the slugs and snails, although I will be dealing to those. It's the birds, the little, yeah, so they're probably sitting in the trees right now going, haha, she's laid out the dinner table. I can't wait to tuck in. Because what they do is they eat the leaves, they nip the growing tips out of my plants, and then I just end up with stunted, munted plants and no peas, which is not fair. So I have a cunning plan this time. What I have done is I've got myself some bunting and some sparkly ribbon. And I don't even know if it's going to work or not, but I'm desperate, so I'm willing to give it a try. I'll let you know if it works, so you'll have to come back and keep checking to see how my peas get on with my deterrents. Right, let's get on to the bunting. So far so good. It's making a great rustling sound and it kind of looks really pretty. Right, stage 2. I think I nailed it. There's noise, there's colour, there's reflection. I'd like to see the birds eat my peas now. Haha. Right. And for the slugs, bait. You don't need a lot, and what I generally tend to do is just put it around the edge of the bed so that, because that's where they'll be coming for. There's none in there because I made sure of that when I was preparing. So normally, and maybe 1 or 2 scattered gently through the row, but most of it will be around the bed. Now I know there's all sorts of other remedies out there, but this is the only one I trust. I've seen photos of snails climbing over razor blades. So I'm not going to put much stock in things that are supposed to deter them because it's sharp. So this is what keeps my plants safe because I'm trying to feed me, not them. Right. Oh. Now for the seeds. I like to use just a small piece of trellis as a grid for planting out my peas because this is 5 centimeters. So it works well. Just to use it to measure. Right. seeds in. I'm going to sow these last ones in the greenhouse under controlled situations so that if they don't all pop up, I can just pop one in the gap. But the key to good pea germination is to water it well once and get it nice and deep, and then leave it so there's no risk of rot. So what I'm going to do is water the row, and then I'm going to pop a cloche on it, because the thing is, it's dry today and it was dry yesterday, but there's no promises in our spring. So if we had one serious downpour, then it could rot my peas, and I'm not taking that risk. So I'll give them a water and then I'll pop the cloches on. Right. So the peas are finally in, and that's one more thing off my conscience. Oh my gosh, and I love the bunting. It's making such a fabulous bird scary noise. It's amazing, but now I am really thirsty and could do with a drink. Thank you. Oh, that was well needed. So now the peas are in, I can get on with all sorts of other things as well. It's exciting times. You can feel the warmth in the sun. Spring is springing. Summer is looming. Oh, it's just fabulous. So come again soon. There'll be so much more cool stuff going on in the garden over the next wee while. Oh, I can hardly wait. So cheers. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.